Alright guys, doing a video regarding the carnivorous plants that I've placed out here in our backyard, in our patio. Sorry for the mess. I'm starting to get some plants indoors. Some of the plants I'll be leaving out here, especially the ones that needs a dormancy period, but the rest I don't have enough room. Others have already propagated, and I might just let the others die off during the winter and then start over with the cuttings that I've propagated. Anyway, back to the carnivorous plants I have here that requires a dormancy. This is my first time to take care of Venus flytraps and Sarracenia. I had this since spring, some May. Yeah, this was April. I bought this one from Pet Flytrap. Well, I don't have a date on this one. This one all March. So basically, it was kind of rewarding, especially this big one. This was from our local nursery. It was able to catch some flies. There's some flies in there, as you can see. Really cool. Oh, this one trying to escape. So yeah, so this one never had any problems with it. Never repotted it. It's in the same sphagnum moss substrate. When I receive it, I'll repot it in spring. Well, this is the first time I'm gonna have Venus flytraps in dormancy, so I hope in spring they get back to life or bounce back from it. So yeah, very excited about this. It grew some really cool traps, and yeah, looking forward for spring and see how it does. This one is the Venus flytrap big mouth from Pet Flytrap. It was small when it came in. I repotted it in this sphagnum moss with some. It came in also with peat and sand substrate. Reason it's not looking good is because there was the time I was working 3 days straight, and it was like 100 degrees Fahrenheit out here. It was in full sun, not in this place, not in this area here, and it got burned out. I thought it's dead. I just kept it in this area here so it will be less bright, less hot, but as you can see, it has new growth. It's bouncing back. Of course, the way I see it, it's now around 40 degrees. Next week it will be around 30 degrees here in Texas. Some days though, not every day, and it will still go through, I hope, into dormancy and hopefully bounces back in spring. So yeah, so it says big mouth. I'm really looking forward for it to grow and thrive. However, again, those 3 days that I missed watering it had really serious consequences, as you can see. Yeah, it was all black. I thought it was dead. I can't even see a single green part in this plant. But these plants are I'm finding out are really tough. Okay, moving forward, here's the Sarracenia. My first Sarracenia since March never really thrived for me. They said full sun. I tried full sun. It would get that full growth, but it will die off. And I believe it's just way too hot here in Texas, especially during the summer when we have like 100-degree weather. But I just thought it will just die off, but it's still having growth. So next spring I will repot it in a peat moss substrate, and we'll see how it does. It does look good. Well, no, I'm sorry, it doesn't look really good. Never really formed big pictures that was open or healthy for long. It will just die off. So yeah, so we'll see what it does next spring when I repot it. And the last one here is from the same nursery that I bought the Sarracenia and the first Venus flytrap. Yeah, this is a Nepenthes hybrid, I believe. It doesn't say the specific hybrid, but I think it's the Ventrata. Bought it really small. I'll show you a picture. It was really small. The reason I bought this one is because I want to see how they do outdoors, and I plan, if it does well, I will I will have some of my indoor Nepenthes out here during the summer. And as you can see, it started really small. It started to vine up now. Really lots of pictures. Again, for the temperature, it thrived. I've been watering all these carnivorous plants with rainwater, and yeah, it's doing good. It's more than I expected. What I'll do next year is I'll try another Nepenthes out here, maybe the Gaia, because that one grows like a weed. I think it will thrive out here. Yeah, what I'll do now though is I'll put it indoors. So I'll show you guys where I'll place this Nepenthes, because it's starting to get cold. I mean, we have a couple of days that's like down to 50 and 40s, but I'm looking at it, I don't see any cold damage, so that's really good. This hybrid, the reason I believe it's mass produced is because it's very hardy. So yeah, let me pause this and I'll take you indoors. Guys, we're on the second floor. Pardon the background, my kids are watching their YouTube videos. I did a review about this shelf months ago. This shelf's doing well. It's a work in progress. I have some pothos wandering Jew growing in. Some of the plants here looks worn out because they came from outside. They went through really a harsh summer. I was debating if I'll put them in here or indoors, concerned about pests. However, some of them are like around $10-15. I just don't want to waste that money, and I'll kind of like those plants. I'll do a video about this shelf, show you guys what I have in here, especially the HEB orchids. But anyway, back to this Nepenthes. I believe again Ventrata. It's the most common hybrid out there. We're on a northwest facing wall. Love this. Not wall, I'm sorry, northwest facing window. I love this window. Gives like around 2 or 3 hours of direct sunlight, and then the rest of the day it's indirect light. It's still very bright. A lot of my plants, this Monstera loves it. I mean those pothos. And I'll show you guys my Ficus burgundy. That's where it was located at first, and it's growing really big. It loved that spot. But I move it because it's getting really big, and I have to add more plants in this area. Anyway, the Nepenthes Ventrata, I bathed this in neem oil already about a day ago, and yeah, this is where it will be at. I'll be misting it. Guys, sorry for the slight pause there. My wife arrived, so yeah, I'll be misting this plant maybe daily if I have the chance. I'm always up here in our second floor, just looking over my plants, feeding the fish and all that stuff. So I will try to maintain the humidity. I'm really looking forward for next spring, for those Venus flytraps, for this plant. I mean, just like spring until now, it just keeps on growing. So I've seen a lot of videos about Ventratas, especially those grown outdoors. They just thrive. I learned a lot this past growing season. This is my first whole year here in San Antonio, Texas. Learned a lot about the weather, like especially locally, how hot it gets, which plants will thrive. I also at the time, now, like, this is my first home, and I kind of bought a lot of plants. And at first, you know, there's a bit of excitement. I have time to like really water all of them. But as you know, as things got more busy with work with the kids, as you can hear my daughter there, I realized that for next season I will focus on a certain number of plants only, because it's kind of it's really hard to maintain all of these plants, and I can give more time also to like the trees that I planted last spring, you know, take care of our lawn. So it's a great first year for me in this house, and I learned a lot. And yeah, looking forward to next spring to grow these plants. Of course, I also want to see how they do indoors. So yeah, basically that's it. Just want to show you guys, and I'll do an update in spring. And yeah, Nepenthes Ventrata and the Venus flytraps. This one going indoors, and the other's gonna go through dormancy. Well, I hope they go through dormancy. So yeah, see you guys. Have a good one.